field.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of You Have Failed with me, SaiyanVader, the king of the failures and the number one mess up in the entire world. This week, we're going to be talking about Apex Legends again. I know I've done it before, where I literally spent 45 minutes talking about how it's the most sadomasochistic relationship I've got in the world, where I keep getting so angry and annoyed at it, but I keep going back for more. But this week, it's a bit different because I have a guest, so I'm not just talking to myself like an absolutely insane lunatic for 45 minutes. I've got Martina, who's a brilliant streamer, Apex player, and content creator, with me this week.
Hello.
Because she plays a lot more Apex than me, and honestly, I don't know how she puts up with it that much.
Yeah, I just keep going. We go again. We just drop again.
I have a feeling you're going to be playing again tonight. Potentially.
Yes, I will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Right after this.
So yeah, that's going to be. Oh God, I've got to prepare myself for that.
Yeah, get mentally prepared.
I am. That's,
you have to meditate before you get on there.
Yeah, I might have to eat before I do that just to get me in the right mood. Otherwise, this is going to be an interesting evening. But before we get fully into talking about Apex and I completely lose my mind, I will once again say that we at Sigil Arts do, of course, stand with the Black Lives Matter campaign, which is still a very serious issue going on all around the world, trying to get equality for people of all races. So you can do that by going to things like www.blacklivesmatter.com or using the hashtags BLM or hashtags Black Lives Matter to keep the conversation going online. But with that out of the way, back to Apex Legends, which, I mean, I don't want to speak for Martina as well, but definitely the source of a lot of my frustration in the world. It's,
It's stressful. It's stressful. I think that the biggest thing that stresses me out about it is the whole solo queuing experience versus people complaining about triple stacking pubs.
Yes,
I think that is the most frustrating thing to me.
Yes.
It can't be both. It's either you're going to complain about the solo queue experience being terrible and how everybody's frustrated with it, or you're gonna, find friends to play with and you're gonna triple stack in pubs. It's just what it is. So but I also think there's a difference between being sweaty and triple stacking and just having triple stacking just to have fun with people that you're playing with. So yes. I think that's the most frustrating thing for me.
It definitely is, and I agree, and that's why I'm actually glad I haven't told you this in stream yet. I've been meaning to say it in chat for a while, and I'm glad I've said it to now. Have you heard the new rumours about one of the things they might be potentially implementing soon about solo queuing? They're apparently...
Are they going to have solos?
No, but there's rumours that they might be making ranked solo queue only. I don't know how true that is.
What?
There's rumours that because of all the complaining about sort of triple stacking and everything, that they might try and make ranked. But I think if anything, you should do it the
why
other
would they make ranked?
Yeah. If anything,
why would they make ranked solo queue?
I don't know. It's the most stupid and ridiculous thing I've ever read, and I pray to God that it's not true. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Me too. I think that would kill the game.
I think was it season 5? I solo queued all the way to platinum, and that was one of the worst and best months of my life. I was so proud of myself, but lost the will to live about halfway through silver.
Yeah, no.
But yeah,
I feel that.
I don't know how true it is. There's rumours it might be coming in season 8, and they're just going to remove the ability to triple stack in ranked, and I'm just like, that's so dumb. It's. I like playing with.
That is.
Back when I had friends to play with.
That is weird, because I feel like everybody complains about triple stacking in pubs, not triple stacking in ranked. Yes. So to take ranked and make it solo queue is going to completely kill the game. Yeah, because then none of the professional players are going to play. You know what I mean? They like to play because they get to play with each other and get to gain RP that way and hang out with their friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's a terrible idea.
This is
I really hope they don't do that.
Kill the game, really. And
absolutely.
And I just thought that's not. Ranked, you need that communication. So if you've got a triple stack, you can either be in either Discord chat or over Facebook Messenger, whatever you're doing, WhatsApp, and sort of communicate with your friends or teammates or whatever, and you've got that good communication. Pubs is where I still don't want them to remove triple stacking, because sometimes after a day of ranks, you just want to relax with your friends in pubs. But if they're going to remove triple stacking from anything, it should be pubs, I think.
Right. Yeah. I just don't think they should remove it at all. I think they should just make the solo queue experience better. Like instead of putting so right now there was an article that was talking about how they always put somebody that's solo queuing in pubs with another team of 2. Okay. Like anybody that's has 2 in their thing. So they end up putting that player with them, and then it just ends. I don't know. It just.
Yeah, I think they need to fix how they do solo queue. If they can put 3 solos together, I think that works out better than, because I always find if you've got 2 people are definitely sort of friends and playing together, and you're put on their team.
Right, and it's always that last player that's the worst in the lobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the way that they have skill-based matchmaking nowadays, it's so hard, especially when I'm playing with people that have a lot higher KD than me. Like when I play with Chad, or I play with recently I was playing with Iorthis.
Yeah.
Or even if I'm playing with SF Bambino, I'm put in these professional lobbies and we're playing against these professional players, and I'm not, I'm not to that level. So I think it's crazy that they put you in these lobbies to the person that is the highest rank. I feel like they should find a way to somehow balance it between the worst player on the team and the best player on the team.
Yeah.
So then there's, you know what I mean? Because I'm getting thrown into these games, and it's
oh yeah,
these people have 4 or 5, even maybe 10 or 11 KDs.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy watching it. To be fair, it's
fair,
and you hold your own better in those lobbies than I think you give yourself credit for. But
yeah, I mean, it's just frustrating sometimes. You know what I mean? It's just it makes you better, but it's also just I'm not that good yet.
Yeah,
so
the worst thing
I don't know. It's a balance.
I got my younger brother into the game. He's only, I want to say 13. I hope it's right. It might not be 13 or 14.
Oh my god!
Hang on, how old am I? 13. He's 13. Jeez. Don't. No. I've had him on the podcast before, talking about his favourite film, right? And I asked him about the characters and stuff, and he didn't even know their names. I have no sympathy for him. If I forget his age, that's fair.
That's fair. Okay.
He's useless. He's a pain in the arse.
Retweet, all siblings are.
Yeah. I mean, oh yes, I suppose. Finn has more intelligence than my younger brother, and he's 2 months old, and a dog. But anyway, so I got Shay into the game. And obviously he then wanted to play with me, which is fair enough. But the problem is, don't get me wrong, I'm not great at the game, so my lobbies aren't incredible. But for someone who's just started to then sort of be thrown into my lobbies, it was very much, he couldn't play much because he was getting killed straight away. And you can't fault him.
And how do you learn that way? You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're just going in and constantly dying without on drop, not getting a gun, you're not going to learn. And you're right, they need to fix skill-based matchmaking, and because as you say, find sort of the average in between. Go into a lobby where there's some people of the highest players standard, some teams of the lowest player standard, and then progress from there and see how the game moves forward. But yeah, I think removing stacking is dumb, and they do need to fix skill-based matchmaking for all of our sanity. Otherwise, the game's going to die. People are going to stop playing it, and it's a shame because it's a very good game. Minus a few bugs.
Yeah. minus the average bugs that come out with every new season.
It freezes on PC all the time. The audio just doesn't exist, and abilities are all over the place. But other than that, it's a great game. Fully recommend it.
Yeah. I have a whole list of things of why I hate it, but it's a really good game.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Mozambique. Why is that a gun? It's not a gun. I'm fully in the camp of, if I land and there's a Mozambique, I would rather go down in a fist fight against a gun than pick up that gun.
Yeah, me too. Even though they buffed it and it hits 45s now, but I still can't hit with it, so I just pass it.
It's the most useless thing in the world, and I think I don't say it as much anymore. I don't know why, but I'd do that, and I'd see someone with a gun, I'd have nothing, and I'd just scream, "Mama didn't raise no bitch," and just run at them and start throwing hands. Which normally I ended up dying, but it's better to die with no gun in hand than a Mozambique in hand, I think.
Exactly. You're I'm going to go down with a fight.
Yeah, I'd rather actually give myself a chance. I've got quite good at punching on the game.
Yeah.
I think that's my best
I'm better at
the game is punching.
Punching?
I can punch.
I'm good at it on mouse and key. not on controller. I'm terrible at punching, but mouse and key, I'm okay.
My best friend Cameron, he used to just not horrible toxic, but sort of friendly toxic, would just start punching us all the time. So I got to the point where we got good at punching each other. So actually, the boxing event was quite good for me.
Yeah, Chad and I and Swanson actually made Smurf accounts one time, and we just did punch only games. And we would drop, and we would literally just punch out the whole copy.
That sounds amazing. I need to do that. That sounds incredible. Just go around punching people. Because I've literally, back when, I think Kings Canyon last season, you know, sort of the bit between water treatment and the new bit where Skulltown was. My friend, he had to go for a bit, so he sort of just crouched down and everything. But the ring started coming in. I managed to punch him all the way from sort of the building in between to inside the ring, which was
so funny.
meters away. And I've just punched him. When he came back, he was like, "How did I get here?" I was like,
"Who moved me here?"
I've literally punched you this entire way, and not died in the process, by the way.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but I also read something else today that you probably quite like. It's a thing apparently coming in season 7. It's a gold extended mag, and apparently what it does is then when you holster your gun, it automatically reloads. So if you've got 2 guns with gold mags and you just keep swapping between them, they'll reload each time you swap.
That is okay. So Chad sent this. I was just playing with him on Apex, and he said something about a gold mag, and I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought he had like a gold gun in his hand at the time, but I guess that this is what he's talking about. He's talking about the new update. Okay,
yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. I kind of wish that it would reload quicker too. You know, like if you had a gold mag, like just a quicker reload.
I think it might though, because I found this out recently, and as I told my friends who we've played Apex for ages, they don't play anymore, but I still sent it to them because in almost 2 years of playing this game, we didn't realise that apparently the higher the level of your extended mag, the faster your gun reloads.
Oh, yeah, no, didn't know that.
So yeah, if you've got a purple mag, it will reload faster than if you've just got a basic white mag. And so I'm assuming the gold one probably will then reload faster as well. But also if you holster it, it will reload itself.
Okay, well that's cool. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking running like R3 Volt and just swapping between them constantly. They reload while I'm shooting the other one, and
I mean, I'm gonna run double R9, and I'm gonna
that works running for you. You're an absolute machine. R9. I'm not gonna lie, actually, since I've in like the 2 or 3 games I think since we last played, but after watching you be that good of an R9, I've actually tried picking it up a bit more now. I'm like, look, it's a good gun. You've got to get good with it. So I've been trying to.
Yeah, I was not good with it. Like when at this beginning of the season when they brought it back, I was not good with it. I literally was like, oh my god, because like before they took it out, I was really good with it, and then they took it out, and I was like, shit, I just got good with it. And so then they put it back in, and I was like, God, I'm not good with it anymore. But I've just been picking it up, trying to like use it every single time I can, because I knew that like muscle memory will kind of like kick in, and it finally has. So.
I never picked it up when it was in the care package because I knew I was awful with it. And
I don't like the digi. I'm not cool. I don't care about the digi.
No, it's okay on some guns, but not really on the armor. I mean, I'll take it over sort of the circle sights. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but
the Holo.
That's it. Yeah. That's such an obvious fucking idiot.
Chad calls it the hold. He swears that the second O looks like a D, and so he's like, "Can you find me a hold?" I was like, "That's not what it's called. It's not the name of it."
Jeez. I mean, I can see that now, though. I mean, no one really picks it up anyway. The H-Cog's much better for a gun.
Yeah, I agree. I like that one the best.
However, sometimes if I'm desperate on a Hemlock, I'll pick up a 1 to 2 times, only because obviously the Hemlock's good at range, but I'd rather just have like a 3 times or something. But yeah, the holosights are a bit garbage, which is why I don't get why in the airdrop event every fucking gun, even the Mastiff had a holo on it.
I hate that. Terrible.
Like, I get it on the 301. I can understand it, and you can sort of pull it off with that gun. But
Spitfire R301, it was okay. Every other gun that was in the care package was absolutely terrible with the 1 to 2 times. Absolutely terrible.
The Mastiff is not a gun. You put either a 1 or a 2 times on that, or sometimes you're better off with no sight on that gun. You do not have.
Yeah, I don't put it. I use iron sight with my Mastiff. I don't like a sight on it.
No, I mean, I've tried the 2 times sometimes because I've seen, other, like, pro players in quotation marks sort of using it, and apparently it's really good. And I'm like, that's great, but I'm still hitting
2
13s.
times with the Mastiff?
Yeah, apparently that's like a pro strat. It's 2 times on a Mastiff, and I just don't get it because I don't hit my shots when I'm close.
Yeah, no, that I wouldn't. I barely can hit them in general. I would not be able to hit them with it 2 times.
That's why sometimes I watch people and I'm like, how are you? Even one person I do watch a lot, I think probably the only other person I watch regularly other than your streams is Ragtag, and obviously he's brilliant, he's really funny, but he brands himself as like the king of the gutter tier gamers. I'm like, that's great, but you're still dropping really high damage games. I'm like, am I just that bad that I'm actually worse than the gutter tier, or is this just your brand doesn't fit you anymore? Like, you're great and I love your video, they're hilarious, but I'm like, you're still getting really good games here and like 2 times Mastiff hitting your shots, and I'm sitting over here like,
Damn.
I'm missing everything.
Yeah, no, I miss my massive shots, and I'm sure you've seen that. So
a few times, but that's normally when,
yeah, I feel like I wasn't gonna mention it, but
that's normally when the hype man kicks in and comes up with
yeah,
excuses.
you're like, that's fine. Next time, you got the next one.
Oh, your character sneezed. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised how well I come up. I say well, they're all ridiculous. I come up with those sort of silly little, not excuses, but reasons for why it's gone wrong. I'm like, where did this come from? Have I just lost that much in life that I had to have a pile of excuses ready?
No. You just are supportive. Very supportive.
I know a lot of people who will be listening to this as well who won't believe you when you say that.
Well, you're supportive of me. How about I rephrase that?
Yeah, there's not many people in the world that I'm nice to. You happen to be one of them. I'm not sure how that happened, but I'm not complaining. You know. All my other friends will claim that I'm the biggest arsehole on the planet.
Oh, man, I wouldn't say that.
No, but yeah, I don't wind you up as much as I really enjoy winding other people up. It's a bad habit of mine, but you know, it keeps me entertained.
You know, hobbies.
Oh yeah, the best thing is, you know, telling them something that you know is not true, like not rumors about someone else, but you just watch them just keep believing it and watching it spiral until you just drop it at the end. Like, by the way, no, that didn't happen. They're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, ha.
That was all a lie.
Honestly, yeah,
You are so gullible.
Yeah, well, I've told you about some of the pranks I've done to other people, haven't I? So I mean,
yeah.
I'm not.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have my moments.
I think everybody does. No worries about that.
Yeah, worse to myself. I'm sure you can understand. It's worse towards your siblings.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't even talk to mine, so we live in the same house.
Things still not good.
Nope.
Okay.
I told you I'm over it. I'm done. I'm done with it.
Moving on. Let's stop talking about siblings.
It's what it is. It's what it is. It's what it is.
Don't want to keep bringing up something that's not happy.
It's all good.
Oh god. Honestly, you can have my siblings if you want. I'll trade. Take both of them.
Ship mine overseas. We can just trade.
I'm keeping Finn though. I'm sorry, he's got a stat.
No, please. That's what I really want.
I know it. I'll keep sending you pictures. Honestly.
I know you've been slacking. I haven't had my daily dose of Finn.
Sorry, I've been. I've been ignoring
busy
my lectures, playing with Finn instead. So I've had like my lecture playing on my laptop on the side, and then I'm just sitting on the floor with Finn instead, not paying any attention to what my lecturer is saying.
Oh man!
But I've been training him. I told you this is going to go completely off topic, but it's fine. Finn's great. Jesus Christ. I did expect this at this point. Anyway, so I've got him. He sits already. I'm so proud of how we've had him. It's not even been a week yet. He sits. He shits and pisses outside. We just need to get. He doesn't quite respond to his name yet. He's getting there. But as I said, we've only had him 6 days? No, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh yeah, 6 days. So he's doing well.
So he's smart. Smart dog.
He's a very smart dog, actually. Very smart. I'm surprised how smart he is. And he's getting better at sleeping at night as well.
Oh,
he still cries a bit, but we found out that he's a massive Rasta.
What is that?
A fan of reggae.
Oh,
he's a massive, we found out that
fall asleep
reggae
too.
really calms him down. So we now put an Alexa next to his cage, when he's
Stop.
sleeping, and he just he cries a bit, but then listens to the reggae, falls asleep, wakes up about 2 for a wee. We take him outside, he goes back in, and he just sleeps now, which is good.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love that though.
He's teething though. I've got a bunch of scratches down my arm at the moment from when he was playing earlier, thought my arm was a chew toy, and then decided to mount my arm because he's clearly going through another phase.
Ah.
So he thought my arm was a chew
Yeah.
toy and then a mate.
Yeah.
And I was like, Finn, no, mate. Like, you know, I love you,
You're
but
like,
not
no.
that much. Not my type.
Not my type.
He's really good. Aren't you quite impressed?
Yeah, no. Smart dog.
Especially when, to be fair, we've looked at. So there's actually a group chat. I think I told you there's a group chat with all like the other owners of the dogs, and they're all really obnoxious and horrible. They really are. They're like, I remember one of them. I'm not even kidding. Right, I might be wrong. This might not be horrible, but she actually sent a thing to the message and to Kate. This is in the group chat. She was the woman. She sold all the puppies. And don't mean to be rude, Kate, but our dog smells a lot nicer now she's in our house. I was like, you can't say that.
Oh, what?
That woman sold you a puppy. You can't.
That's so weird. Like, what a weird flex. Why say that?
But it's clear that Kate likes us. We're the only family she likes. She actually private messaged us off the group chat and actually said, look, when lockdown's over and Finn's old enough, do you want to take him so he can come for a walk with his... Because she kept one of the puppies and obviously she's got the mum. She was like, so he can see his mum and his sister again. Would you like to meet up with us? So I'm like, oh, she likes us. And she says Finn seems the happiest out of all the photos she's seen. So that's good. I'm like, yes.
That's nice. That's nice that he can see his mom again and his siblings.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's really nice.
I'm sure he will be. But obviously, not that he knows that yet. He's just a bit...
He doesn't know it yet, but...
He doesn't understand that, but he will see his mum again.
Aww. Yeah, that's great.
He's incredible. And I will... After this, I promise I'll go and get a picture immediately and send it to you.
Okay. Fair enough.
We've completely gone off topic, which I knew would happen because I do it when I'm talking to myself, let alone when I've got someone else here. But I'll try and get myself back on topic after just doing a plug. So, guys, if you want great commissions, go to kingseyes.life and go to the commission section and hit up Schmerp, who does brilliant sort of graphic designs and everything, and he's great to work with for great prices. So please do go check him out. That's the boring bit done. And now, you might as well plug social medias. Do you want to go first because you are the guest?
Plug what?
Your like social medias, your Twitch.
Plug my social medias. Okay, yeah. You can follow me at twitch.tv/Martina Eliza. You can also follow me on Instagram at Martina Eliza with 2 A's at the end. And you can follow me on Twitter at Marty is the party.
And if you don't, I will personally track you down and throw it through your window.
And I have a YouTube as well. It's just Martina Eliza if you want to check that out.
All of them
Do you
are brilliant. They are, honestly, and don't think I'm kidding. If you don't do it, I will track you down and throw a brick through your window.
Okay.
Thing is, I'm saying that, and just by chance, one person who's listened to this is going to have their window broken by a brick now, and they're going to think, be like, oh, it's that SaiyanVader. He's just Ewan's come and broken into our house. I'm like, it's not me.
Well, if we're throwing out threats, make sure that you subscribe with your Amazon Prime at twitch.tv/Martina Eliza.
If we're throwing out threats, that is the best thing I've ever heard. Yeah, I'm the enforcer around here, guys. You know, king of the fairies, but I will fuck you up. Right?
Number one mod right here.
Yeah, number one mod, hype man. They're two things I am good at. Predictions, I'm pretty inconsistent, but I try my best.
That's okay.
Oh God, Jesus. Oh yeah, my social medias. I've got those too. So you can follow the show on Twitter. That's the one at YouHaveFailedSV to keep up to date with the show, new episodes, when they're coming up, what the topics are going to be on, if there are any guests, and whatnot. That's also the account that sometimes I log into and accidentally comment on Martina's tweets, and she must think, who the fuck is this guy? And I'm like, I'm just doing it from one of my 2 other accounts for my 2 shows. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Or you can follow me from my main account at SaiyanVader. No, at Vader Saiyan, because someone stole SaiyanVader. They haven't tweeted since 2013, and I'm absolutely fucking livid because I can't have it now, but it's fine. I'm over it. That's my main one. That's the one I should be replying to people's tweets with on a regular basis. But don't. So follow me there for just random chat about anything. I post really random shit. It's utter crap. It's basically shit posting, but if you like that, follow me. And also the pinned tweet on there is the link to my Discord server where you too can become a failure. Because everyone in life has failed at some point. Why not own up to it? Where you can talk about all your favorite TV shows, games, films, books. I don't know, your favorite toenails. I don't care. Talk about anything. It's all fun and games. And hang out with me and give me great ideas for podcast episodes, because the show's called You Have Failed, and I don't think I've failed anything in about 2 months. So I need ideas of shit things to watch so I can start actually living up to the show's name before I get moaned at again for not failing anything on a show called You Have Failed. Please. And I've got YouTube as well, but it's crap. Don't watch it. That's how you do self-promotion right there.
That's it. I'm taking notes.
Yeah, just call yourself crap. And honestly, I think branding myself as a failure was the biggest brain play I've ever made in my life, because I can just fuck up as much as I want and just say it's part of the brand.
Right. Yeah. You're staying on brand.
I know this is an issue you seem to have as well. Misspell things in tweets. All the time. There was a string of tweets where I literally I misspelt the word episode about 5 times in a row. I don't know how you can misspell episode, but I did. And
I guess you just your phone just started recognizing it that you were spelling it that way and just kept auto-correcting it.
It still does now. The issue I've got is I still now have to. I type in episode the correct way and it auto-corrects to the incorrect way. So I've then got to go back and change it. It's a real big problem.
Oh my god.
I've now got a shirt made out of it, and I do own the shirt actually. They like to make fun of the fact that I can't spell, but if I'm a failure, it's all part of the brand. Just being an absolute fuck up,
Yeah, I hear you.
If I'm disappointing people, no one's surprised. It's fine.
Yeah, set expectations low. That's why I say on my my Twitch bio it says, "Come watch me be average at video games." Because if I'm above average, then they're pleasantly surprised. But if I play bad, it's okay, well, I told you I was average. What do you want?
It is actually the best marketing strategy ever. And because all these people are like, oh yeah, #1 player on Apex. I'm like, but then you watch it and you're like, yeah. If you say you're shit, people don't expect much. That's what I've done my whole life.
There are some players that other people just suck their ass, and I'm I don't get why people watching this person.
Yeah.
I can think of one off the top of my head, but I don't want to shit on them because I don't really know them. But he's a professional player. He plays with one of the top Apex, teams in the whatever.
Yeah.
And his play style is just so slow and boring. Yeah. And I don't know how he plays that way when he's playing with 2 other players that are some of the most fast-paced players I've ever seen play. So I was watching him the other day because he's a controller player. So I wanted to see, because he also plays the legend that I play. So I wanted to see what he was doing differently that maybe I could implement into my game.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here he's I don't know how he plays the game at a professional level.
No,
I genuinely don't. I know he's putting out a lot of damage when he is shooting at somebody, but I don't know. I was in awe of watching him. I was I'm so underwhelmed by this person. But a lot of people like him. A lot of people like him. A lot of people watch him. Like I said, he's one of the top teams.
Yeah.
Esport teams. I don't know. It's crazy.
Sometimes I think, obviously I'm not defending him because 1, I don't know who you're talking about, and 2, I'm not going to defend someone I don't care about. But I'd much rather take your side. But sometimes I think personality is key. Obviously, I've never watched him. I don't know if he has a personality or not.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't have a personality. He doesn't talk to chat. He doesn't really have much of a personality.
Okay. Well, Guy,
I think it's just he's watched. I think he's just a consistent player, and he's been good at other games. That it's okay to be slow paced in. You know what I mean? I think he came from another game.
Okay.
But I don't know.
No, I know.
Obviously, he's doing something. You know what I mean? Otherwise, people wouldn't be watching him. And not to hate on that at all. Some people just, everybody plays the game differently. But I was just genuinely so confused. I wasn't expecting You know what I mean? Like you have like this idea of like what a player is when they're playing with a top team, and then like you're watching it from one other streamer's perspective, and then you go to another perspective of the other person on the team, and you're like, wait, like,
you're not actually
that's how that, So, I mean, but by no means, no hate on him. Like, he's obviously a good player. He's obviously a better player than me. But it was definitely interesting. It was definitely interesting to see that there are players that can play the game at a slow pace and still be good, successful, can still be a top, elite player, can be a top predator, like whatever.
Yeah. So, as you say, it's different play styles and different personalities. Obviously, I prefer when I'm watching a streamer to have a personality. Like that's my main thing. I never. This is gonna sound really bad now. Like you're gonna. This isn't an insult. Like this is not aimed at you whatsoever. But it's just
you're like you have a really good personality, and it doesn't matter if you're good at the game.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I just realized as I started saying, I'm like, please don't take this as an insult. This is not aimed at you. It's aimed at everyone I watch on YouTube, regardless if it's Apex or anything. I never watch for gameplay. I watch for personality. I watch fucking like PokeTubers, or people who play Pokemon on YouTube, right? And I don't watch it for the gameplay because I've played through those games about 10,000 times. I know what's happening. I watch it for the personalities. It's the same in my streams, and that's why there aren't many streamers I consistently watch, because a lot of them are very gameplay focused, and I can sometimes sit and watch the gameplay. And if I do, I'll sometimes go into like Lulu streams, and the gameplay is great. And to be fair, her personality is not bad, but a lot of it is just pure rage, which. No complaint. I mean,
well, her chat is just brutal sometimes, like the way that some people talk to her. So I can understand why she doesn't like to interact much with chat and stuff like that. Exactly. And that's why I'm very thankful for my chat. Like everyone's just nice.
I'd never insult Lulu in that respect because one, she's a great player, and to be fair, like I follow her on Twitter and stuff. She seems like a lovely person, but as I say, you look at her chat, the shit she gets for either being a girl gamer, or just I swear, like half of her chat is constantly, "Why don't you have a boyfriend?" I'm like, leave the poor woman alone.
I know. She made a whole video about it, and she's like, "Because I don't want one. Like, stop asking me."
Yeah, I'm like, not everyone needs to be in a relationship. I'm like, just because she's a woman, she's young, and doesn't mean she needs to be in a relationship. She could be enjoying her life, and for the most part, she seems like she is. Leave her alone.
Right.
So I get that, as I say, she doesn't interact with chat because. Stuff like that, but then you get other players who just seem a bit bland. Like there aren't on stream. I could probably list on my hands people I watch actually play Apex.
Yeah.
And on two fingers, I can count the amount of people I watch consistently stream, and one of them doesn't even stream on Twitch anymore. So there's one. It's you that I watch consistently on Twitch. Play Apex.
I think the only people that I watch to play Apex. I watch Zach Mazer because he's my friend.
Yeah.
I watch Imperial Hal because he's cracked and crazy. And then I watch Nice Wig because he's a controller player. And I like his personality. Like I think he's my favorite guy streamer.
Yeah. No.
And I'll watch Lulu sometimes because she's like you said before, she's a really good player. I think her personality isn't shown much on stream. No, I feel like her personality. Is like a lot more Twitter based because she's able to actually open up and express herself there. I feel like she's a little awkward on stream just because she doesn't really know who's in her chat, what they're gonna say. You know what I mean? Like I feel like she's almost uncomfortable sometimes when she's on stream because she's just So and I hate that for her.
Yeah, I feel awful for her. I watch sometimes because it's great when she's playing with her friends because I think she comes out of her shell a lot more when she's playing with other people.
Absolutely.
But as you say. With her chat, it's quite, and it's no fault of hers or her mods. It's quite a toxic chat, really.
Right. Right.
And you feel,
and that's what I'm trying to avoid in my chat. I don't know. You were there, I'm pretty sure, the other day when I was playing. And I was playing with another player, and he's a nice person to me, but we had to have a little conversation on the side. I'm like, listen, this is not the atmosphere I'm trying to bring into my chat. I understand. I don't care if we play off stream, if you want to be talking about I don't care. But when we're on stream, let's just be nice, let's be chill. Whatever. And he's really understanding. He's like, yeah, no, I got you. I'm sorry.
I enjoy watching him play as well. He's
a great player. He's a great player.
I do. sometimes when I'm obviously sitting there in chat, as I always am, I'm sitting there like, I can see how uncomfortable you are, because
Yeah.
you are.
I just get anxiety about that kind
Yeah.
of stuff, because like once you start creating a toxic environment, like within the people that you play with, that attracts a toxic people to your chat and makes them think that it's okay to either one, talk to you that way, talk to people you're playing that way, or talk to like other people in the chat that way.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. You know what I mean? Like I want to keep a positive, happy vibe. Like I don't want to like feel not good about going live.
No,
like
of
I feel
course.
Lulu has expressed before in the past, like Lulu has said before, like she doesn't really like her chat the majority of the time.
Yes.
Like honestly, a lot of big streamers will say that they do not like their chat most of the time. And
Yeah, I think that
hate
comes
that.
with being big, doesn't it? Because you get a
Yeah,
lot
it does.
more random people or just more toxic people, and I think that's why it's good while you're not as big a streamer to build a
Right.
community of people that you do get on with. Like, obviously I don't know if people realize, but obviously I met you through your streams, and now we're sitting here chatting on Discord, and it's it's weird how you can sort of make friends with people online, and I think it's good to do that while you're small, so that way when you do get big, and I'm sure you will eventually, like, you've got everything going for you. You just need the people to come along, and that's why if you don't, I'll kill you. And what everyone out there, if you don't, I'll fucking hunt you down. Right? Because Martina fucking deserves it. She puts in all the work.
I appreciate it.
And I'm hilarious in chat, so why wouldn't you? Come on.
Dynamic duo. Let's go.
Oh yeah, definitely. But obviously, when it does happen, I think, as weird as it sounds, you're going to end up with a lot of the. Don't get me wrong. You've had a few, I think, weird moments in chat. Like I think.
Yeah.
Calling out Justine's. That was.
Yeah.
I was watching myself that whole exchange because, I mean, for one, I couldn't believe he actually dropped the 50. I mean, I'm happy that you got the 50, but I was like, the whole time I was like, no way, this is actually happening. Am I actually watching?
Yeah.
Like,
sometimes you can't fumble the bag. Sometimes you got to catch the bag. And...
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I've given out my friend's number before, but I wasn't paid. This is another prank I've done. So it was like, it's called the Rotary Club. I don't think it's a thing in America. It's basically like an old people's club, but it's not an old people's club, but only old people go to it. And it's sort of like a social club in each community and everything. And I once, one of them came up to me with a form to sign up for it and all their newsletters. And so I I wrote down one of my school friends' phone numbers, email address. I basically put down all their contact details on this.
Oh my God.
On this one. And for a year, they kept getting phone calls and emails from them. And every day they'd come into school like, I've got those calls again. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like...
You're like, yeah, that's weird, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's weird. Wouldn't mind. That's not even the worst thing I've done to him.
And he's still your friend.
Yeah, he still is. The worst thing I've done to him... No, actually, no, to be fair, the worst thing I've done is the nickname I gave him. But, I mean, that's...
Oh my God.
I only named him after a very famous German leader from the 1940s and 30s.
Yeah, I don't know my history, so I'm not going to guess.
Involved in World War II.
Hitler?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Stalin for a second, but I was like, wait a second.
That's Russia.
That's Russia. Yeah.
It's a different war. But yeah, I don't know why I called him Hitler. Oh no, it's because someone made a joke. He then commented going, "Oh, that's a bit racist, isn't it?" And then as a joke, I responded going, "Well, the fact you pointed out is racist. Doesn't that mean you're the one who's racist because you noticed it?" And then it just spiraled into calling him Hitler. But anyway, that's not even the worst I've done. I convinced a person I knew that he was the most horrible, like sexist, racist, homophobic person in the world. Then introduced him to this person. He didn't know that I told him this thing, and honestly, the conversation was hilarious when they both realised that nothing that was going on was true, and they both looked at me and went, "You and you're a dick," and I was just wetting myself in the corner.
You're over there like, yeah, I set this up.
I was sitting there, I was trying so hard not to laugh this whole time, and yeah, I was literally in tears crying at school when this happened. Yeah, I'm not a great person.
You're the worst.
I am. Yeah.
You said it.
I am.
So I'm not proud of it, but like I'm here.
Yeah, I'm not proud of it, but it's fucking hilarious. You know, I'd do it again.
Yeah, no regrets.
No, and that's god. Off topic again. This is what I mean.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Stream chat. Stream chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you are right, and I think it is chat, and I say that's one of the things you do very well. You're very interactive with chat. Like you find a lot of streamers when they're playing, obviously actually physically in a game, neglect chat, and you can't fault them for that because obviously they're focused on the game. But somehow you find an amazing balance of being able to look over at chat and actually interact even when you're playing. I don't know how you do it.
Well, I appreciate that because I feel that that was one of the hardest things that I had to learn, like starting. Because when I would watch streams and stuff, I would always like people would like interact with chat and stuff, and I never really understood how hard it was to focus on a game and be able to read and like think of like what you want to say back to somebody. Like it's actually so hard to do.
It is,
and like I don't think that like I've completely mastered it yet. Like I try my best, but like it's so incredibly hard. Like I'll look over to chat for like 1 second and then I'm like shot in the back and I'm dead. And I'm like, okay, well, shit, maybe I shouldn't have looked over. But like, yeah, no, it's definitely really hard, and people don't give a lot of streamers like the credit that they deserve for people that like do that, because it really is so difficult.
I'm always honestly in almost awe when I'm watching you sort of in the middle of a gunfight, look over at chat and respond. I'm like, how the fuck have you done that? I'd be so focused. I probably wouldn't even be pressing the buttons on my controller. I'd be shitting myself so much. Like, I don't get. That's, to be fair, I always do try and help out. So whenever you're actually physically playing, I don't always stick to it, but I try, and if I'm going to send a message in chat, try and keep it short so it's easier for you to read.
Right.
I can't always obviously stick to that. Sometimes it goes on for a bit, but I honestly, credit where credit's due. I do not know how you pull that, especially when you're then playing with someone as well, like in voice chat. I've got the attention span of a goldfish anyway. There's a reason I've got loads of little things on my desk. So if I'm doing work and I get bored, I'll start playing with stuff on my desk. I'm like a child.
Attention span.
I do. I've got the brain of a 2-year-old. I think that's why I get on with friends so well. We're both just mental, but absolute mental cases. But so whenever I'm watching stream, honestly, I'm so much credit to the fact that you can play well, talk to someone in Discord or voice chat, and talk to chat, and be funny and entertaining and have a great personality all at once. I'm like, how the fuck is she doing that? All the while stressing about everything going on, worrying that stream's working, because there's a lot going on behind the scenes that obviously we don't see as well.
Listen, is it really my stream if there isn't some technical error?
That's not what I was calling out, but
latency issues, mic issues, cam issues, name it all. I got
the
it.
mic ones are my favorite because
the mic ones are my favorite too. I literally will be like just in a game and like, I don't know if you noticed, but I like kind of like bob and weave my head when I'm like playing, because I'm like trying. Like, my screen is so big, like my monitor is so big, so I like have to like actually like move my head to be able to see. And I'll sometimes like move my face into the mic, and if you tap the top of my mic, it mutes it. Okay. So I love that. I love when I accidentally hit my mic and then I'm muted and I'm talking to myself, and you're like, Martina, you're muted. I'm like,
my favorite one was. It was at the start of your stream. You must have tapped it before you even started streaming. And you were in a game. And I hadn't realised at first. I sort of just typed like, the, what's up message that I type. I type the same message every time. I might need to mix it up. Otherwise I'll get boring. But can't get boring in chat. But and then I realised we couldn't hear you. But I could see you talking to chat still. And it just made it was about 4 minutes before you realised, and you were like, oh shit, I haven't said anything to any of you.
Yeah, you're like, wait, nobody's been able to hear you for the past 10 minutes, dude.
It really does make me laugh. And
that was like the first day that I had the mic. So like I didn't know that if you like tap the top of it that it mutes it until I looked closely at it, and it has big ass letters that says mute on it.
Yeah, you didn't find out till after stream, did you?
Yeah, no, because I stopped stream. I was like, I literally just got this mic. Like, what the heck is going on? And then I realized when I opened up the wavelink thing that it had like a red X next to it. And I was like Googling all this stuff, and it was like, your mic's muted. And I'm like, dude, my stream's gonna think I'm an absolute imbecile. Like, I literally like just muted myself and was like blaming it on all this other stuff, and it's fine. Whatever.
That was so funny. I remember, I think it was me and who else was it? Was it JD, or it might have been someone else? We're literally Googling like mental, trying to figure out what the problem was. But we hadn't seen the red X, so we didn't know. But it was honestly, that was honestly, time in your
You have to
chat
bear
is some of
with
the
me,
most
you know?
fun I have. Honestly, I look forward to whenever you're streaming. Genuinely, I just look forward to being in chat because I have so much fun. Whether it's managing Kurt having an evil scheme, watching everyone's gambling addictions go wild, and then I'll do
Oh
it
my
once every
gosh.
week and lose all my points because for some reason I never win.
It's rigged. System's rigged
It
against all of the
actually is.
mods, except for Frank.
I don't get how Frank does that. I sit there, I'm like, look, I don't even do this all the time. I'll do it maybe one stream a week, and then I'll lose all my points in one gamble, and then I'll have to give myself 20,000 more because I can do that. And then I'll lose all of those as well. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, just let me win.
Yeah, just want to win one time, just one
Yeah.
time.
And then obviously all the predictions, I'm like, I try and keep it fresh, but it's hard sometimes to think of new ones. But I try my best with those. You know, people interact one way or another.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's okay to recycle them sometimes. I feel like
I
there's only
do.
so much you can do, you know?
Yeah,
So
I've got a stock
I'm not,
few that I
not
like to
too
do.
worried about
But
it.
it also depends on
Yeah.
sort of how busy I am. If I'm sort of not completely 100% focused on the stream, I can't do sort of the one like, or how many guns will you pick up or how many enemies will you scan because I
Yeah,
need to be focused for that one, honestly.
right.
And I'd realised the problem. I should have known this being a Bloodhound player myself, but obviously whenever the ring closes or there's something on the HUD that comes up, it actually doesn't show you how many enemies have been scanned. So when you do scan during that period, I'm like, fuck. I'm going to
Oh.
really need to hope that either the HUD drops soon or it gives me a number up top, otherwise I am screwed. I'm going to have to find a way to lie my way out of this one and pretend I know who won.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, it happens. I don't expect you to be, you know, completely focused on the stream the entire time. I know a lot of people come in just to either like have have it tabbed and to lurk and just show support while they're doing other things, and
Yeah.
that's completely fine.
To be fair, I normally do have my full attention because, I mean, as I say,
Yeah,
because
for the majority of the time, you really do. You are definitely the most
I think it
active
helps.
person.
Yeah, I do worry sometimes. I look at your chat and it's just me 100 times over. I'm like, she might want to talk to someone else. You never know. I don't want other people. I'm worried new like viewers come in and they see it's just one person in chat and they think, oh, I'm not going to get a word in with him. I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm
This guy's taking all the attention. No, I'm just kidding.
But I tried to be as focused as I can. But I think it helps with the time gap, to be fair, because you normally stream, unless it's an earlier one, sort of around what would be night time here, like. So I don't have anything else to do, so I'll just happily sit up till sleep. But we ignore that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I don't need sleep. Who needs sleep?
Who needs that? Who needs that? I honestly have been thinking lately because like I've noticed a lot of the other like bigger streamers have been going live at like 2:30 in the morning my time, and I'm like, what is the benefit to that? Like the past couple of nights, Zach has gone live at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and like other people too, like Clara at work, and like all of those other like girls that are like big and whatever. Like, why? I don't understand the benefit of going live at 3 o'clock in the morning. But I guess it's like midday for you, right? Like
it wouldn't be though. So it's only a 5-hour time gap. So 2-3 a.m. would still only be 7-8 a.m. That's still morning for us.
Yeah,
I know a lot of streamers. I know, for example, going back to Lulu's started doing sort of 2 streams now. So she'll do what she calls her EU friendly one, which I don't know what time it'd be in the morning. It'd be, hang on, 2, 12, I don't know, about fucking 9, 10 in the morning for you guys, and it's about 2, 3 over here. And then she does her regular one later on. But I mean, I'm fine with obviously watching your late night ones because, I mean, I don't sleep. I'm basically I'm a bat at this point, and I didn't sleep.
You're nocturnal.
I am. I was nocturnal anyway, and these streams just have hammered it home now. I just don't sleep. But it's not a complaint. I've never complained. When people are like, "Why are you up?" I'm like, "I was watching a stream." They're like, "Why don't you go to sleep?" I'm like, "I didn't want to." The hype man needs to be there.
I didn't want to. I was having fun.
Yeah,
mother.
I was having a great time. No, yeah. My mum's like, to be fair, my mum doesn't understand it. Honestly, when I explained what I was doing, because I told her obviously I was going to be recording today because she knows I do the podcast. But sometimes, normally actually I weirdly do that late at night because I know my family are asleep, so they won't disturb me, if that makes any sense. But obviously because we had the time set today, I had to tell everyone. And mum was like, and when I explained that I'm recording with you, and she was like, well, how do you know her then? And I had to explain that I watched your stream, then we became friends. And she was like, how do you become friends watching someone online? I'm like, you don't, honestly, trying to explain that you can chat in the
The
thing.
parasocial relationship, yeah.
Yeah, and then we just ended up chatting on Discord as well, and actually just, became friends. She was like, "How does that work?" I'm like, "Look, it's like what you would have called a pen pal, but online."
Let me put this in layman's terms, mother.
Yeah, that's sort of how I had to explain it. I was like, "Mother." I don't know why I really poshed that. Jesus, my Britishness really came out then, didn't it? Oh God, I think I'm hiding my Essex accent well though. I haven't gone too far. But yeah, I was like, "Mum, look, I know back then, in the 1930s, right? You had to write letters. I take the piss out of them all.
She wasn't even alive yet.
No, she's only. Hang on, I share a birthday with my mum. Hang on, so I can work out. She's 47.
I think that's how old my mom was, or my mom is. She was born in like 73.
Yes, same as my mum. Yeah, because that's the problem my mum always has. If she ever goes to like somewhere and she has to give her age, and they give her birthday, and she'll go the 9th of the 7th, 2000, and they all look at her like, "What?" And she's like, "That's my birthday." And then she realizes that me and her share a birthday, and she's given my birthday, not hers.
And they're like,
Yeah, so she's like, "You don't look that young." And she's like, "Oh shit, no, I'm 73. That's my son's birthday. We share one." Like, yeah. She always tells me I ruined her birthday every year.
Aww.
She doesn't mean
crazy.
it, but she tells me.
What are the odds that you guys? That's
What's
so crazy.
even weirder is actually my second brother, so the middle one. He was actually due to be born on my dad's birthday. His due date was my dad's birthday.
Wow.
He wasn't. He was born a month early. But
yeah,
saying that, I was 2 months early. That's why I've got all my. I'm broken. Physically, just dodgy heart, dodgy spine. It's like, yep, thanks. Shouldn't have come out so early. I fucked myself. Yeah. I'm like, "Mum, did you not keep the receipt? Because you not put me back to a bit and got one that wasn't broken?" Like, but yeah, it's weird. But yeah, when honestly trying to explain to her how I knew you was the weirdest thing in history, because she just doesn't get it. I'm like, "Look, you can."
Yeah, you're like, "Mom, just don't worry about it. It's fine."
It's like, you can meet people online and become friends now. Not everyone online is a serial killer trying to murder you.
Yeah, not everyone is a creep or
stranger
serial killer.
danger isn't that. It's a big deal, but it's not as big a deal as people make it out to be. There are nice people on the internet.
There are ways to figure out if somebody's catfishing you. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like there are ways.
Yeah, and I think watching someone stream is a great way to work out that they're not.
Right.
I don't know how it worked for you. I don't know how it worked for you the other way around, but you must have realised that I'm, just a normal idiot at some point. Just a regular psychopath, but
just your everyday psychopath, not not
like
the other guys.
No, I don't need a straight jacket, but I probably need pills. I'm in the middle ground,
Some give and take here and there.
God, I really sell myself well. I can understand why I've got so many friends. Honestly,
gosh,
so far off topic.
It happens.
It does happen. And actually, what's the time? Fucking hell! I just realised. Wow, it's one of those things where time flies, doesn't it? I've just looked at the time.
Yeah.
And you probably need to stream soon, don't you?
I have an online lecture at 3. And then after that I plan on streaming.
Okay, so that's at 8. Yeah, okay, I'm okay. I've also just noticed, right, this is going to sound really bad, for the first time ever, your little icon on Discord, it's got a monster can in it. I'd never noticed a monster can before.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's because normally I've got my Discord on my phone, so obviously the icon's a lot smaller, but it's only now I've got it sort of up on my laptop to record this that I've noticed that there's a monster can. I love that. That's brilliant.
Well, just wait till you get to stream today. I got new loyalty badges.
Are they today? Oh my God.
Are they what?
Yeah,
they'll be added. Like if you go to my chat right now and like type something, you'll be able to see yours.
I'll do that straight after this. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. What?
The year one is so freaking lit. It's like iridescent. It's so cool. Well, but like I don't think anybody has that yet, obviously, because I haven't been streaming for a year.
I think the highest is 4 months at the moment. I'm 3 months going on 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. I can actually remember I remember you followed me on Twitter. I remember we talked about this before. And obviously I then followed you back. And for some reason, I never had a chance to go into the stream. then one time I just went in and I just obviously haven't looked back since. Part of me wishes I sort of had gone in back when you sort of first started now, but I just didn't have a chance. I was sort of busy at the time. I think I still had a job at the time. I wasn't furloughed. COVID hadn't fucked me up too much. But
yeah. Freaking COVID, man.
Honestly, the day I can go back, I never thought I'd be so excited to go back to Cineworld and work. But
I mean,
when that day comes,
just getting out of the house and not being stuck there. I can't even imagine what it's like for you guys, because you guys are on like full lockdown over there. Like over here, like, yeah, they tell us to wear masks, but like everything's open. We can still do stuff. Like go to the gym. Like we still wear masks. I mean, but for me, it doesn't even really matter because I'm like vaccinated and like all that stuff. So it doesn't like really like matter for me.
Yeah.
But I can understand how it is for some other people.
Yeah, see, the problem with this country is actually there's a website you can go on and you can work out roughly where in line you are for the vaccination. And they said the earliest I can get mine is August. I'm like, oh, fucking brilliant. Right? Because I'm young, fairly healthy, like my heart doesn't count for some reason. I'm like, oh, fuck's sake. Not high risk.
The only reason I have it is because of school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For dental hygiene. So we're like a high risk group or whatever. So they like told us that we were eligible to get it.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, and I understand that. But then, I mean, unis here, obviously they're all completely closed at the moment. I'm still at home. I haven't gone back to my house because I've got another house down where I go to university that I still have to pay rent for, despite the fact I can't live there, which is great.
That is just crazy to me. Like,
and still have to pay full university fees whilst not being there.
While being online? Do you do online?
Yeah, 2, 3.
They should make you pay like the online, whatever.
It's only 3 hours a week.
Stupid. Oh my god, that's like part time. Oh my gosh,
3 hours a week, and I'm still paying 9,250 for the university, and then 4,000 something for the house that I can't live in currently.
God, I hate that for you. I'm sorry.
And then, it's right. And then thinking that I don't have my job at the moment, it's like, Jesus Christ, like I'm sort of glad I'm at home, so I don't have to spend as much like with my mum. I'm glad I'm at home so I don't have to spend as much money on like other things, if that makes any sense.
Right. Yeah.
Because I can sort of live off bank of mum and dad for a bit while I'm home, fortunately.
Right. Yeah. But, no doubt.
Yeah, it's honestly, and being stuck inside, not seeing anyone, that's, I think, the worst part. And I think that's another reason, I was going to get quite soppy now, and I hate being all sentimental. It doesn't suit me. But I think that's another one of the reasons why we've gone over the time. I don't care. It can be a long episode, as long as you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I could probably be on for like another 20 minutes or so.
That's cool. Just tell me to shut the fuck up when we can go. I don't care. Like, this can be I do a long episode every now and again. I don't get guests on often. This is fine. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to title this, because it's not about what it was going to be about. But I'll figure that out later. It's not going up till next Tuesday, because I've got tomorrow's one done. For once I'm prepared, guys. I actually recorded tomorrow's one last night, and now I'm a week ahead. Wow. Look at me getting things done.
Look at you building up content like a real content creator.
Yeah,
better than I. I have nothing saved up.
Honestly, I did that on YouTube for a month, and then I just gave up, and I haven't been back to YouTube since then.
It's very hard to do that, because that means you have to consistently be putting out not only content but good content. You know what I mean? Like, I can stream, every single day of the week, but if I'm not having good games during those streams, it doesn't matter. Like last stream that I had, I didn't have a YouTube worthy video, so I don't have another video to post. So it kind of sucks, Yeah,
see, that's what I did, because I did Apex Legends stuff for a bit. But the problem is, whenever I was recording, I'd have the shittest games of my life. So it never had me on comms. So what I ended up doing is I'd go back and say, because obviously I play on PlayStation, so you can sort of save the last hour of gameplay, and I'd go to a game that I didn't try to record, and then I'd have to do a voiceover over it afterwards, so it wasn't in the moment talking. So I'd have to go back and talk over it. I'm like, it worked out, because I could basically insult myself and what I was doing. It worked out quite well.
You can even make it funnier or whatever, but
but it was just annoying. It's work. Sometimes you just want a proper game, and then I've tried so much on YouTube. I made AMVs for the longest time, which were fun, and to be fair, they're still the most successful videos on my channel. I think I've got a few that are well into the thousands, maybe millions at this point.
Wow,
view-wise.
nice.
But the
Dang.
subscriber count doesn't reflect it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens.
But-
I have a couple that have like 1,000 or 2,000, but I think I only have like 300 followers.
Yeah,
whatever,
I've got
subscribers.
just over 200 at the moment. But
Yeah.
they say I'm not consistent on YouTube, and I think what doesn't help with that is I got into this podcasting. So this sort of took over because I in a way, I enjoy this a lot more. Not because it's easier, but just talking and not having to worry about, you know, something
Yeah.
on the screen. And podcasting is easier to listen to. I listen to podcasts when I'm just doing anything. I listen to it when I'm driving.
Yeah.
And that's what this show's meant to be. It's sort of easy viewing. If, you know, don't pay attention to anything I say because most of it's crap. All of my opinions are probably wrong, except for when I say Star Wars: The Last Jedi is the biggest piece of crap I've ever watched in my entire life. I stand by that. And Dragon Ball Evolution.
You said I stand by that statement.
I stand by that 100%. That will never change. Honestly, as a massive Star Wars fan, on May the 4th, because I'm that much of a nerd, I decided to binge watch Star Wars episode 1 through 9 in the whole day. So I started at midnight and I finished like 10 p.m. that night. I didn't sleep. It was awful.
Wow, that's dedication.
Yeah, when I got to episode 8, it burnt my eyes out. I was like, for fuck's sake, this is so shit. But yeah, that's I stand by. That's one opinion where if you disagree with me while listening to this podcast, guys, you're wrong. Fuck off. If you think The Last Jedi is a good film, you don't know what a good film is, and naff off. And
that's the one where they changed the director, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen them, but like I know that a lot of people were pissed about when they changed the director.
Yeah, it wasn't that they changed the director. It's the fact that the director was he literally said, it was in an interview. So it was him and Mark Hamill, who obviously plays Luke Skywalker, on a stage at a convention, and Mark Hamill said. He was speaking to Rian Johnson, who was the director at one point, and he went like, "Oh, you know, I told him, no, Rian, you've got to think of the fans." But Rian Johnson was adamant that he didn't care about the fans. He only cared about his own direction. I'm like, when you've got $1 billion franchise and you're directing the latest film, you've got to care about the fans.
Yeah, definitely.
Make the money. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure I've funded George Lucas's bank account for his entire life because he's still got the merchandise rights even after selling the thing to Disney. And
right.
I think I'm the reason he's rich at this point.
He said solely me. He takes all of my money. It's a hardwired at this point.
He does, honestly. I mean, I've got so many collectibles and stuff in my room. Not all of them Star Wars, I will be honest. I've got other things. But to the point where I've got loads of the little Funko Pop things as well. I've got so many stuff now. I don't actually have room for them. So they're actually on my desk, sort of lining my desk, still in their boxes. Because I've got no space for them actually on the shelves or windowsills. And it's even worse because I recently bought 2 Attack on Titan sort of model figures things as well. And I'm like, look, they look really great, but I've actually got nowhere to put these. There's
you need your own space.
I do. I've decided when I get my own house, I need a room for all my collectibles.
A room that's dedicated, to all of your collectibles.
The sort of poor woman that ends up being stupid enough to marry me probably isn't going to put them around the house, because she'll probably have some sort of taste. Maybe not, because she has just married me. But I'll need a specific room, and I also want in the room. I want sort of a round table with chairs around it, so people can come around and play like card and board games as well. It's going to be sort of like a game room, but not a video game room.
Maybe like a basement, you know, and you can put like a table down there and like just have all of your collectibles and whatever.
The thing is, basements aren't really big over here. We
don't have those.
We do. I think some people do, but we have more like lofts, which is sort of a space on top of the house.
Right, like a third floor.
But it's just for storage. But then we don't even have that in my house because my house is a bungalow, which means it's got one floor. Our loft was converted into my mum and dad's bedroom, so like storage space is slim. It's like
we don't have basements here because I live in the Low Country and you know there's water everywhere, so like you have basements here. But like in Virginia when I used to live there, they had basements and stuff.
South Carolina is lovely though. I do love
it. Is. It's nice. It's nice. Definitely going to miss the weather, you know, when I moved to New Jersey where it's cold shit all the time. Yes. And just snowed last week, so it's
I've
fun.
been to South Carolina a few times actually.
So, okay.
I've got family. They live in Myrtle Beach, which I know is
Right.
not
Yeah. Yeah. I
near
think you
you.
told me that.
Yeah, I think I
It's like
have.
an
Yeah.
hour. It's like an
Oh,
hour.
that's not
It's
too
not,
far. Yeah, I think
yeah.
last time I went
It's not
there,
bad at all. I've definitely taken day trips up to Myrtle Beach. I have
it's beautiful.
a friend that goes to Black Bike Week there,
Okay.
um, and it's always around his birthday. So
Oh yeah.
we'll drive. He actually used to live in Virginia with me, and he's
Okay.
one of the people that I used to play Apex with all the time, and he helped me pick out a lot of my PC parts and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
But he hasn't been playing Apex too much lately. He just texted me the other day. He's like, "Hey, you've been doing your streaming thing. Like, you've been grinding it. I got to get back on Apex Season 8." I'm like, "Yeah, like let's do it." So
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, friends like
yeah,
that are the best.
yeah. He's like one of like the 2 or 3 people that I still talk to from when I lived in Virginia.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I think friends like that. I've got a few. Obviously, I haven't moved since I was 2 years old, but yeah, I've got. You don't. It's weird. Sort of friends from an early age. It's weird.
yeah,
Like a lot of them go, don't they? But you do keep those select few who do seem to stick with you for all of life, and it's quite weird how that works. I've got a few.
yeah.
I've tried my best to
I
get rid of them. I can't, but it's what
I
it is.
think I have like one other friend I think that I've known longer than him. But like honestly, I met him my senior year of high school. I'm not really friends with like a whole lot of people that I knew like beginning
No.
years of high school and stuff like that.
In fairness, I wasn't friends with a lot of people when I was at secondary school, let alone afterwards.
Well, I just moved so often. Like
Yeah.
I lived in Virginia, and then I moved to South Carolina, and then we moved back to Virginia, and then I went to Florida, and then we moved to Georgia. Like I've literally just been so many different places
Oh
that it's
God.
just really hard to, maintain like long distance friendships with people.
Yeah.
Like mainly just because like I am really bad about it. Not that I don't want to be their friend. I'm just really bad about texting them and seeing how they're doing and
I
stuff
am the
like that.
worst person for that.
But like
Yeah.
some people just because for me it's like I don't feel the need to text you every single day to consider us friends. You know what I mean? Like there's
Thank
one
you.
person that I
Thank
text
you.
every single day, and that's my boyfriend. Like that's it.
Understandable.
Like
Understandable.
you know what I mean? Like I just because I don't text you like every couple months and be like, hey, like how are you? Like doesn't mean that like I don't want to see you if I'm ever in town. Like I actually had a friend that thought I didn't want to be her friend anymore because I like just moved and I like hadn't talked to her in a while, but like she was like honestly one of my best friends, like somebody I thought that would be like in
Yeah.
my like, bridal shower, whatever. Like she ended up getting married and I wasn't one of her bridesmaids, and it like really
Oh.
hurt my feelings. And she was like, well, honestly, like I didn't think you wanted to be my friend anymore. And I was like, just because we don't talk like every single day doesn't mean that like we're not friends. Like I don't know. Maybe people think about it differently than me, but
No,
that's just how I
well,
feel about it.
maybe other people do, but I wholeheartedly agree with you. I had a group of friends. It was sort of, to be fair, a group of friends from school who, when I went to college, a few of them were the year below, so they stayed at school, and obviously other people went to college and stuff. And
Right.
I'm like you. I don't text very. I'm small talk isn't always my best thing, so I'm like I wouldn't really
Right.
text you.
I don't like that surface level stuff.
No,
Like,
I would text you if I've got something to talk to you about, right? Unless
right.
it's you, in which case I'm just sending you pictures of Finn, but that's different. But
Right.
for the most part, I don't do it. If you just text me saying, "Hey," I'm very likely to be like, "Yeah." Like one of my best friends,
Yeah,
in the
like,
world
what's up? What do you need?
yeah, one of my best friends in the world recently texted me just saying, "My parents got a new car today." I was like, and I just replied going, "Cool." Like, give me something to pull on here, please. Like maybe you want me to ask. I don't know. But yeah, so this group of friends, right? And with college, it was really hard as well because I sort of lived far from my college, and the only way I could get back was by getting a bus and then a train. But the trains weren't consistent to my
Right.
stop, so it took me ages to get home on a Friday. I finished at 4:15 anyway, so I sometimes wouldn't be home till like 7. And it's just, sometimes you just want to relax after a day like that. It's been a busy day at college. But they used to like meeting up on a Friday, and sometimes I started not going as often because to say I was tired after days of college, and then got to a point where I wasn't texting the group chat or texting them every day, and I'm like, look, guys, I have a life. I'm not
Yeah, I'm
always.
busy.
I had a girlfriend at the time as well, and obviously I'd chat to her, but I'm like, and sometimes I'd be spending time with her. They didn't like that either, but that's a whole other story. Um, yeah, I was like, look, I can't, not all the time. Look, if you've got something to talk to me about, or I've got something to talk to you about, I will text you saying, oh, what do you think of this? Or what, this, that, and the other. I'm not just going to sit there and go, hey, what's up? Like that. that's pointless, wasting my time, wasting your time. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, as harsh as that is, and
Me too. That's so like high school to me. That's so middle school, high school. Like I'm 26. I'm almost 27. Like I'm not gonna sit here and talk to you about like mundane things.
honestly,
If you want to talk to me about something that's happened to you, or like you have a story for me, or like whatever,
yes,
like that's fine. But like I'm not gonna like if somebody texts me, it's just like, hey, what's up? I'll be like, nothing. What's up? And then they'll be like, oh, nothing. I'm not responding.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know what I
that
mean? Like
drives
that's
me
not doing
insane.
that.
One of my best friends in the whole world, we will sometimes go 2 to 3 weeks without talking. And that is because what we do,
Yeah.
we don't like small talk, but what we'll then do, we'll then FaceTime each other and we will talk for hours and hours and hours about everything that's going on, you know. And
Catch
that's,
up, whatever.
yeah, it's like obviously, normally we'd actually meet up, but at the moment it's video call because of what's going on. But
Right.
we will just, I remember one time, it's weird, we went out clubbing and I dropped her off back home because I'm always designated driver, which is fine. I prefer to drive. I don't trust other people. And
Retweet.
yeah, I dropped her off home and she started sober up. And literally, we got back to hers about 2 a.m. I don't think I left until about 8. And like the sun had come up and we were like, look, we probably should go to sleep. So I drove home and went to sleep and she went, obviously, to bed and we're like, and stuff like that, you know, small talk drives me insane. But then when you do catch up, it's great. And that's, I think, how it should be, you know, like,
Right.
I'm glad that you agree because so many people I know are like, no, small talk. I'm like, look, I can't send me a meme and I will react to it. But if you just
Right.
send, hey, fuck off. Like,
Right.
come to me with substance. I don't.
Right. Come to me with an actual conversation. Like if you want to have an actual conversation, that's fine. But like
Yeah.
none of this like one word, like, hey, like what are you doing? Like
Yeah.
I'm streaming. What are you doing? Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm reading a book. Okay, cool. Like I don't need to know what you're doing right now. I don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah. Like, come to me with a problem. Come to me if something big has happened in your life.
right. Come to me like
if you
with
need help.
advice. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Exactly.
come to me with, hey, I'm not a fucking horse. Right? That's not.
Yeah.
But that's a
Hey.
shit joke. I hate myself for that. But, oh, fuck my life. What am I doing with myself?
On that note, I gotta go. I'm just kidding.
Well.
I'm just kidding.
No, that's fine. But yeah, no, oh, I'm losing the plot. And we've got to play Apex later. This is going to be brilliant. At least there won't be any toxicity in the voice chat.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure.
The most
I'm
toxic
probably
it'll be.
later gonna just like play with you and Tammy for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I want to play with him again because he is a good player and I think he can help me gain levels. So I might play with him again. But listen, if he starts to get toxic, I'm literally gonna be like, dude.
Yeah, no.
I told you.
Obviously,
I told you, no toxicity.
I'll be in chat the whole time, whether I'm playing or not. I mean, obviously, I won't be typing in chat if I'm playing because
Right.
imagine, I might actually do that now. Just at a random point, I'll just type in chat and see if you read out what I've said anyway, thinking I'm in chat, forgetting I'm in voice call. I should have told you that now because you're going to be looking out for it, but I'll see if I
No, I wouldn't forget that. I know who I'm playing with.
I know, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'll just type something really stupid in chat. And just see what happens. But oh no, I'll just hype myself up from chat. Be like,
You're like,
that's...
damn, that Saiyan guy's really good.
Yeah.
Damn, he be doing something over there.
0 kills, 0 damage. What an absolute
No.
legend! Look
I
at
don't
him
think
playing core stick, the fat toxic man. Right?
Look at him.
And that's just the legend he's playing. But yeah, I mean, oh god, oh yeah, I have to mentally prepare myself for Apex. I haven't played in so long. I might actually, because I've got dinner when we've done this, and
Right.
I might actually play a few practice games because it's been far too long since I've played, and I really don't want to be that guy on the squad who is just doing absolutely fuck all. Because
I don't care. We're just having fun.
I know
Those types of games aren't meant to be serious. You know what I mean? They're just meant to have a good time, be fun,
of course
whatever.
they are, and we will have a good time. Obviously, I mean, we've had fun just chatting on Discord. I imagine playing Apex is going to provide many more laughs.
Right.
But I'm just imagining how bad I'm going to be after not playing for so long. It's going to be like, you know, you might as well pick up a Mozambique. It'd be doing better than I am at that point. Like, just
Yeah, I mean, you're a good player. Don't sell yourself short.
No, I did okay last time. I don't
Yeah.
remember who we played with last time. That was a bit. I do remember now. I'm not going to name names again though. But that was I remember you
Yeah,
messaged me after that saying, "Really sorry about that." I was like, "No, it's fine."
yeah. Well, he just like first of all had never been in the chat before, and like literally, I feel like just came just to play on stream. That's why I've been so like
Yeah,
hesitant to play with people because I want to like actually play with people that like support me, watch me, like care about me.
Yeah.
Type of deal, like to show, because you know what I mean, like you guys showing me like the appreciation, like I want to somehow like reciprocate that, and that's how I feel like it is for like playing with people.
Yeah.
But like that guy literally has never been in the stream before, but like nobody else wanted to play, so I didn't want to be like a bitch. So I was has he
been back either? I don't know if I've seen him back. I know
no, he hasn't. He hasn't been back.
Your Discord server, but I don't know if he's been back in the stream or he hasn't said anything. But I did find that funny because obviously you advertised it as sort of Sub Sunday or whatever it was, and he conveniently followed.
Yeah,
that stream.
I think that's if I do that again, like if I do like a sub Sunday or like a follower Sunday or whatever, I'm gonna make it like you have to be following for like 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah, or put it out in the Discord or on Twitter so you get people who consistently see you and you can sort of set it up that way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's stressful. It's really stressful. It gives me anxiety.
But even if, hang on then, if you want to do that again. I will, obviously I know, I'm in your Discord server, I can put out the message, and hopefully people will believe that I'm doing it on your behalf, I'm sure they will. I can sort that out on the Discord server on your behalf if you want, and then I can just put all the names together and then just send that to you, so you don't have to worry about getting all the names together, and then you can just play with people.
Yeah, maybe if I start to get like a bigger like following or viewing,
we can
do that, because like I feel like every time, like I said, whenever I say that I'm gonna like play with people, it's either nobody responds or like one or two people respond, and then I'm like playing with one or two people the whole time, or it's just like somebody that like doesn't actually give a fuck about me, like just wants to be like on the stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna like hold off on like viewer games for a while.
But as I said, you do play with people anyway, so
right,
Bambino, me, you do play with us in game anyway, so it's not like you don't. So I think hold off on a dedicated day for it until you've got your bearings of it all. But as I said, there's nothing to stop you, like we're doing tonight, just jumping on with viewers who aren't just viewers who you've sort of got to know and you don't mind sort of spending time playing with.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
That's not that, I'm a leading authority in streams or anything. I've streamed once or twice and I think had 2 viewers and one of them was me. So it's been
it was me on another computer.
Yeah, it was me watching it so I could watch chat. That's because I was doing Among Us and that covers up the OBS screen, so I couldn't see chat on the screen, which was I wouldn't mind, but I'm planning like a 20-hour stream soon. That's going to be a nightmare.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm going to. It's a Pokemon game, but I'm going to play it start to finish in one sitting on stream.
Wow, speedrun?
It's not going to be a speedrun, trust me. The speedruns can be done in like an hour. This is called a sleep lock, where basically you play through the whole game, but if a Pokemon faints, it dies, you can't use it again. There's so many rules, like if they all faint, you lose the game, and you basically keep retrying until you beat the game. And it's called a sleep lock because some people have fallen asleep trying it. So that's going to be a nightmare for,
crazy.
2 viewers.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Thanks. That's going to be... I don't know when I'm doing it. I've got all the graphics and stuff designed for it. I just need to actually do it.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me go because I got to hop on this online lecture thing here in a couple minutes. But it was good chatting with you.
No, thank you so much for being on. I've really appreciated it. And
thank you for having me.
What do I fail? I mean, Apex Legends, you can fail. I mean, I love you, but you're a pain in the ass. You give me strokes. So Apex Legends could look. Something's failed. Everyone, something has failed. Apex Legends has failed, despite the fact I love it. Doesn't make any sense. You have failed personally. You're a brilliant streamer. And once again, if people don't follow, I'll kill you. As mod and enforcer for Martina streams, I will track you down somehow. Don't think I won't. I
will hack your accounts and personally make you follow.
I've got a bigger set of skills than you people realise I have. I will find you all Right, I don't know who you are listening. To be fair, I've got quite a big following in India. That'll be quite hard to deal with, but I can do it. Right. Yeah, so please do follow Martina on all social media. She's got TikTok as well. She didn't plug it earlier, but
Yeah, I try to keep my TikTok on the low. It's not exactly fitting my viewer base at the moment.
it's all right. I would have followed it myself, but I don't have TikTok, so
It's all good. It's all good. I've been slacking on my content on there.
that's all right. But I follow you on everything else. I'd realised I commented on one of your Instagram posts the other day, and I realised you're not going to realise it's me because it doesn't say SaiyanVader. It's my actual Instagram account. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I was like, I commented. After I typed the comment, I'm like, yeah, she's not going to realise that's because that's my real Instagram account. That's not SaiyanVader related at all.
Yeah,
but
it's hard. It's hard when you recognize somebody by
the
the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But yeah, no, sorry, I've keeping you too long. Thank you so much.
Good. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
So, guys, thank you so much for listening. I really do hope you enjoyed this much, much, much longer episode of You Have Failed Today. It's been great having Martina on and talking. I'm about to go eat dinner and then jump back on to Discord with her to play Apex. Please do keep listening to the podcast and let me know what you think on Twitter. Thanks so much, guys, and I will speak to you next time.